The Holy Spirit has given us a vision statement that we have been talking about a whole lot lately. St. Joseph Catholic Church will be the spiritual, moral, and social heart of Eldersburg, Sykesville through encounters with Jesus Christ. And the beautiful thing about this is that we see this unfolding already. Just an hour ago, in the Chaminade Center, the place was packed from wall to wall with young families with children, where we are forming the parents along with the children so the parents can be the first formators for their children at home. It's beautiful to see. We will be the moral heart. I wish you could have been there at 6 o'clock on Tuesday morning, where we had over 40 men. Many of them husbands and fathers who are raising their children, where we, with them, form them so that they will have the ability to help their children navigate through the hard issues that are facing them. I won't be happy until I have 100 men, and it doesn't have to be young men, it could be old men, because the old men are, I can talk old men, I'm an old man, but they're there to help mentor the young men. This is exciting, very exciting. And then we're going to be the social heart. I wish you were there, if you weren't there at the block party last week. Hundreds of people there. It's a block party. It's meant to call a block party because everybody in our parish is our block, so to speak. We have a vision, and we're beginning to see it happen. And to get to that vision, we have 6 mission priorities, which we've been preaching, or talking, I shouldn't say preach, we're talking about over the last week. So if you missed one, get onto the website and look under Father John, and you'll see the homilies there. It began with encounter, with liturgy. We have welcome. We have accompaniment. We have mission support. And today we have the last one, and that's mission. Mission. Now, I'm going to just talk a little bit about mission and the fact that the word actually in the Latin is mitto. Mitto. It means ascending, okay? And we get words like transmit, and all the little mit words we have, that's all sending sort of things. And in another form of the verb, the T's become S's. So the word missile is actually from that same word. We send a missile up into the air. Well, the Mass comes from that same word. You, dear brothers and sisters, are being sent out into your neighborhoods. We have a vision in this church. Now, here's the big question. This is the question of the day. We as a church have a vision. Do you as a family and a household have a vision for your home? Do you have a vision for your home? Maybe you've never thought about that before, and that's okay. And if you don't have a vision for your home, let me suggest that you take the vision of the church into your household, in that your home will be the spiritual, moral and social heart of your neighborhood through encounters with Jesus Christ. Think about that. How can you do anything better than that? Now, all our readings really help reinforce this today. We got the book of Habakkuk. Okay, he's speaking to a defeated people. The people are in exile, and the people that are back at their land, they are not in a good way. They can hardly hold their heads up. And this is what he tells them. Then the Lord answered me and said, write down the vision clearly upon tablets so they can be read readily. And I would suggest that we change this. Then the Lord answered me and said, write down the vision clearly upon your dining room tables so that it can be read readily. For the vision still has its time, pressed on fulfillment, and will not disappoint. Dear brothers and sisters, we are not made to be disappointed. We are made to see the awesome work of God. We are made to be people of vision. Without a vision, the people die. And we have a vision, and God gives us a vision. He will not disappoint. The impossible can happen in your home, just like it's happening here. Now you might say, wow, this is difficult. This is a hard one for me. And you know, it is hard. But this takes us to the 2 Timothy. Beloved, I remind you to stir into flame the gift of God that you have through the imposition of hands. Now, he's speaking here of Timothy's ordination, but every one of us had the bishop's hand laid upon us in our confirmation. And you've been given spiritual gifts. In other words, you already have what's needed to fulfill the vision inside of you already. It's been given to you at your baptism and confirmation. It's already there. And he is saying, fan into flames. And the church is here to help fan the flames. We're trying to fan, we're doing that right now. Do you feel it? Yes. Look at this. For God did not give us a spirit of cowardice, but rather of power, of love, and self-control. You see, we do have a daunting task to get out of ourselves in our homes. But we are not to be given over to fear. Fear paralyzes us. We are here to encourage you that you can make a difference in your neighborhood. And when we get to the gospel, we see the same thing. And that is, the disciples are thinking, Lord, if you increase our faith, we can do this. And Jesus says, I'm not going to increase your faith because you already have the faith at least the size of a mustard seed, which can accomplish a whole lot. And every one of us has at least that much in us, or we wouldn't be sitting here today. We have it. We have the gift that's in us. We have the faith. It's already there. And so I would like to have you imagine your home being the spiritual center where you get around the table with your children and with your family and talk about things that really matter, the things that we learn here in formation, the things that we learn here in our small groups. And have your children enter into this, because your children have friends that are in the neighborhood. And if they see and sense that there's something dynamic going on here, that this house is the house of truth, they're going to be attracted to it. Just like people are becoming attracted to the church, they'll be attracted to your home. And by your moral deportment, and for the grace and dignity that God has for us as we are formed morally at the church, that is attractive. Moral boundaries. There are no boundaries out there. And there's no dignity. But here we see that we are holy. Holy means unique. Holy means special. It means power, beauty, and authority, goodness, and truth. And when we have this sense of being sent, our homes become what you might call a ecclesia domestica. I'm sorry for all the Latin today, but what that really means is your home becomes a little church, a house church. And only then are we able to bring in everybody in our neighborhoods into this church, because you have something that's very special. The disciples, or Timothy says that in here. What does he say? He says that guard this rich trust with the help of the Holy Spirit that dwells within us. So therefore, we conclude our mission priorities. We have a clear vision. Everything we do in this church must be replicated in your home, and we're here to help you do that.